Hey all, welcome back to Stoked, Big Air Edition. I'm Insetic. With me on these videos is Blight Tester.
Hey kids, how's it going?
Turo.
Back in the motherfucking saddle.
And a special new guest, long-time listener, first-time caller, Joaquin.
What's up?
Yeah, welcome.
We're
welcome.
Good
stoked
to be
to
here.
have you.
Yeah, I'm very
Yeah.
stoked to be here also.
I'm personally amped to have you, but
Boo.
Boo.
don't fucking
yeah.
boo me.
Joaquin's been a long-time viewer of this and the Steel Donut Collective, and he's actually part of the kind of continuation channel for that. If you're, watch that stuff. Donut like,
group.
donut read.
Yeah.
Yeah, over there they riff on and goof on internet media, mostly fan fiction. Again, it's like the Steel
Same
Donut
stuff
Collective
you
was for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the steel donut, but if Bob was there to ruin.
Though I want to say they did finally do. I don't know if this is out yet, actually, now that I think about it. Maybe you guys just recorded this or something. But you guys did the creepypasta deletion appeals. And that was something from, like, year one of the Steel Donut that I'd always thought, like, how can we do this? What would be the right format for it?
Right, yeah.
We just
We
never
just
got around
released
to it.
part 2 today.
Okay.
Yeah. So, all right, to kind of, get into what are we going to be doing in these videos. So now we have gone through all of the kind of media challenges and the main competitions and events. So now we have to go back to the mountains and actually do the Freeride part of them.
Yeah.
Actually ride down the mountain, get over 50,000, points on each of the main drops to unlock a, reward per mountain that is maybe a bit of a spoiler. I'm kind of going to hide that. But also, we need to fill out each pro rider's checklist at each mountain. And then when you do that, you get to face off versus the pro in a challenge, and they'll give you a signature trick. All of that to really, become a snowboarding phenomenon or whatever they call it
Stoked.
here. But as
Finally,
you've
you will
seen,
get stoked.
those challenges, those pro rider checklists, actually look at everything you do on the mountains. So since we've already been to all of them and done a bunch of stuff in the media challenges and competitions, most of, if not all of, the pro rider checklist stuff will actually have been done by this point for this playthrough. Well, yeah, so here for Almirante Nieto, technically, right now we could just go challenge Willing Eivelt. But, in the other mountain ranges, there will be one or two things we still have to do. So I'm
for
still gonna,
completeness, you're gonna do this.
go through, each of the drop points and again get 50,000. And so this is where you see the actually standard gameplay. And it's kind of interesting. Again, 50,000 is really just what you need to get on each drop point, and it's again sort of a, I don't want to say all or nothing, but certainly when I first played this game, it felt really hard to get that amount of points, just because, well, it's kind of janky, Anything can crash you, and especially, once again, with how much I've done so far in the game, and I have, a greater amount of speed, you'll see that actually come into play.
God.
I love this animation.
I made sure to do some more wiggling.
That was
You're
weird
wiggling
as
around.
hell.
Something that's just kind of an extra fun bonus is you unlock a camera that, when you stop, you can use to look around and take a picture.
That's not a bad picture.
You really maximize your schmoovement.
So, okay, just riding and trying to, get points can be harder than it seems, but it is also, if you do know what you're doing, very easy to cheese points. Like, if you're at the bottom of a run and you don't have enough points, literally just start jumping and doing 180 grabs, and that will be enough for you to get 1.5 times multiplier, up to 2 times, up to 2.5, and there's no, time limit. It doesn't auto-end you, so, literally, if you didn't get it, just cheesed at the end. But also a thing to say about going down each drop point is, even if you're not looking to do them, still keep a lookout for the challenge icons of those trick or die or stick a trick challenges, because those are always going to be placed at decent point opportunities. Since it has something that they want you to use for that challenge. So, there's a bump that'll give you some air. One of them might be on a rail that launches you, again, up into the air. So keep an eye out for those. Those are good, suggestions to go and check out and get a trick opportunity.
I don't know what it is, but the texture of the snow right here for some reason reminds me of like Ruffles chips.
Really?
Yeah.
The groomed
snow,
ridged
but-
snow.
That's a constant thought I had throughout like watching most of the series at this point.
Yeah, and also for these, again, on most of the mountain ranges aside from, I think, like K2 in Alaska, the drop points are going to correspond with the races that have that groomed snow line, and I'm usually going to stick to those racing lines because just, I don't know, I felt like, if I really deviate and try to find stuff off the trail, I might find nothing, whereas I know close to the trail are going to be a bunch of the designed opportunities.
Yeah.
So yeah, just, make sure to keep tricking, even if it's just to jump and do a 180 to keep your multiplier for the next big trick. And also along these, you're going to see that I'm still going down the style path, so I'm going to be doing a bunch of stylish landings and getting the rest of the styled, version of the grabs and showing those off.
Are you, I had nothing to say after that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's...
dude.
Welcome
was-
to the second half of Stoked.
Yeah. Are you getting stoked? Are you getting sufficiently
I'm kind
stoked?
of actually on the downturn. I was kind of getting stoked before this, and now I'm getting less stoked.
I'm
Are
just
you not getting-
unstoked right now.
Are you not stoking off?
I'm not
Oh.
stoking myself off right now.
Well, that's pretty stoked right there. Never
It's-
mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I got a bunch of air and heard the eagles soar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, you were doing a Assassin's Creed Leap of Faith, but with a snowboard and flips.
Right.
Speaking of that, have you guys thought about the fact that this year the Xbox 360 would be an adult in the United States?
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow. That's
18th anniversary. It's what, November 25th, 2023?
wow.
Damn. Old enough to drink.
22nd. Yeah.
Pour one out. Well, that
Not
actually...
old enough.
No, not the
enough.
U.S.
Maybe in Mexico.
Well,
and
the-
everywhere else but the U.S.
Yeah, the 360 also did join the army, where it would be.
Right.
That's true. Yeah.
My 360 did.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful recovery from slamming into a rock.
Good maneuver. Real
Oh.
stokers know how to improvise.
Yeah.
I was
That's
just
what they
thinking
call 'em.
about this. I found Insetic's channel because of Sean Palmer, which is a snowboarding game, and now
It
the
all
first
comes
video
full
I
circle.
appear
Oh my
on this
God.
channel has to do with snowboarding.
Whoa.
It was destined. That's why Bob and I thought we should invite Joaquin to these, and then forgot and didn't do it for months on end,
Yeah.
so that we could line it up
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. 'Cause we were playing Skate before. Well, we were playing Amp 3 and then Skate. Whoa.
I guess it actually
Holy
would have still
shit.
been,
Okay, that was pretty dope.
You're going so fast.
Are you
Now
okay?
You're not going as fast.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be okay?
I mean, you should be
I'm
asking
scared.
the character. Me, I was sitting here in my gaming chair. I experienced 0 G's as well as 0 bitches. But my guy here is experiencing all the G's.
100 G's, 100 bitches.
And how does that make you feel on the inside?
100 G's, 100 bitches sounds like an autobiography title.
Yeah. Just
Like-
like
maybe
the
like a-
red-handed pussy.
Yeah. I think I think
That's
100
Bob's
G's.
next tell-all autobiography.
Yeah, my first tell-all autobiography is I'm the Rain Man of Pussy, and my second one, which continues the story after my first autobiography catches up, is called 100 G's, 100
I
bitches.
feel like you're on like autobiography 4
That's
or
gonna be my
So
new
probably.
song. 100 G's,
100
100 bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, 100 G's, 100 bitches absolutely does sound like the name of a song.
A really good Midwest emo
Something
song.
like song that Kid Rock would do.
Yeah. I mean, it could work for a lot of different genres. I was thinking it could work for, like, gangster rap. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not really a rapper, so
But I'm not a
Neither-
rapper.
Well, we're not either.
but I know some rappers. My brother-in-law makes music.
There should be a rapper who's like an extreme sports guy, you know.
There probably is.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, Mac Fraser was a turntablist.
I'll
Yes.
ask
He's also not
young
real,
Merlin
but-
to
Because like the closest you get to extreme sports rap is probably like the songs that were in cheesy Mountain Dew commercials in the early 2000s.
Chad Muska.
You know, but,
Did Chad
I
Muska
want to
make
hear some
rap?
hard lines about like,
Yeah.
I don't know, frontside 360 mutant and
on your bitch. I don't.
or something. I
No,
don't know.
never mind. I'm not a rapper.
Yeah.
Well,
So, wow, it just got
I
a bit
just
dark
play one on TV.
yeah, I just play one on the.
on YouTube.
Yeah, wait. Oh, okay, I thought you were gonna see all the icons.
No, actually, I was showing that off, that the
Yeah.
icons do disappear. There is an achievement for photographing another, like, Xbox Live player.
Oh, that's
I
cool,
mean, I
but
think you can
that's
still
sad.
play with other people. Yeah, once again, it dips, you know, the sun dies.
Yeah.
The sun goes away, and it's pure black, and then it
Yeah, the
comes
sun
back.
goes back underground, and then
Whatever
Helios
happened
pulls
to...
the sun back out of the mud.
I don't know if you ever followed. Whatever happened to that Twitter ARG? The sun vanished. You showed me that like
I know
a few
season
years ago.
Yeah, season 1 finished, and I didn't keep up after that. But I believe
Wait.
it's still going.
They're doing seasons for ARGs now.
Yeah, basically. Like the
I
first
mean-
arc of the story basically finished.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of
in
things,
the new media, if a guy just doesn't upload for a few
yeah, they
weeks
just
or
called out the
months,
end of
you call
season
it-
1.
Yeah, like we're at Insedic season, I don't know, like 23 by now.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure on Insedic season 47.
Oh
We're
yeah.
perpetually
It's always
on
season.
season
It's
40.
always
It's
season 47.
always
Yeah.
With Sean
season
Palmer
47.
LP, that was season 47, and then
Right.
Freestyle, that was also season 47.
What if you had 2 seasons, and the first one was season 1, and the next one was season 47?
The Insedic 47 actually stands for Insedic season 47.
Right.
Or it stands
Oh.
it stands for Insedic 47 season 47.
Yeah.
That's what the 47
That's
stands
what
for
it's-
season 47.
That's what it
Yeah.
stood for when your dad, John 47,
Named
named you
Insedic.
Insedic 47.
It's like how the B in business stands for business.
Yeah.
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 And how, like,
Do your
the
cousins
T-
also have 47 in their name?
Some of them
On
probably
his dad's
do,
side.
right? Yeah, on the dad's side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the 47 family tree, it's more like a family bush. There's a lot of
Right.
branches
expands
going
in
in
all
different directions,
directions.
but it doesn't go up or down very much.
I mean, better a bush than just a line or a
Yeah,
point.
or a point. Yeah, that was the thing we had thought about. We in high school we wanted to make a movie about some bullshit. It doesn't matter. But one of the things we wanted to do was like a play on that whole like go back in time and kill your grandpa thing. But like the idea was that he would do that and then like end up being his own dad, which would make him the sole contributor of all his DNA, and it makes his family tree a point.
It's
there's that
funny
song.
you brought that up because, like, just the other day, I randomly thought about another one of our high school ideas.
Mm-hmm.
It was that character we came up with who had, like, one robotic leg.
Yeah, guy with
Where-
robot leg.
Oh, yeah, guy with
Withrow was
robot
his
leg.
middle name, and Botleg was his last name.
Yeah,
Guy
and his
Withrow
robot leg
Botleg.
could give him, like, crazy agility and really high jumps. So he'd, like, do a super high jump, come back down, land on both legs, which means he'd break his human leg every
Yeah,
time.
yeah, he had to land on that one good leg, otherwise he was basically boned, and he didn't have any other like abilities or anything.
Yeah.
So he was just like a regular guy with like a robot leg.
I gotta see if I still have the screenshot that I
Yeah, there's
made
no
of
way we
that-
have the fucking list.
of that fucking list piece of paper.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was so many good ones on there.
Yeah.
Some
I
of
wish
which
I
have been
had
turned
any of
into
this.
movies.
'Cause- yeah.
Did you say
yeah.
you were thinking about making a movie back in high school?
I mean, it wasn't like gonna be like a big budget film or something. It
Are
would've
you
been
telling
like a
me?
home
Are you
movie.
telling me Mole Day is not a film?
It was gonna be a sequel to Mole Day.
I mean, we legit wrote up an entire script for
yeah.
a third Molde. You know,
Yeah.
Molde 010.
There was a guy called
We
Sal.
actually filmed some scenes.
Yeah,
but-
there was a guy named Sal Ladtosson in it. Good times.
That's how you
Yeah.
could tell it wasn't a school project anymore.
Yeah, that's not your. Well, I was gonna say
Well,
not
say
your
your
daddy's
granddad's
school
Molde.
Really,
project.
technically, only the first one was a school project. Then we
Yeah.
just made a second one.
I gotta say,
because,
I presented the second one in my chemistry class. I got no credit for it.
yeah, we made a second one because it was like, well, we want to make a second one,
Yeah,
and also
I
one
remember-
of us is in chemistry now.
Yeah, I remember going to Miss Sula and being like, "Hey, can I show this thing?" And she was like, Why?
Why?
I was
Wait,
like,
did you actually
it's
present
a
it
sequel
or
to my
no?
I was like, but
What
it
was
was a sequel
everyone's
to my
reaction
last
to
year's
it?
thing. Everybody was like, "What is this?"
See, that's
Because
the
I
thing.
remember in
Somehow,
that Steel Donut video you referenced that you guys said you committed social suicide.
basically.
Yeah.
See, that's the
People were
thing.
like, "What's wrong with you?"
I was somehow like out of school for the day on both, you know, Molde 08 and
Oh,
09.
right.
So for both of those, I wasn't
even
actually
get to see
there
it.
to see the reactions. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Molde-
to be fair, a lot of people were probably texting on their phones instead of watching the movie because
Right. But yeah,
Why
no,
would
we wrote like an entire script for a Molde 010.
yeah, wasn't there? I mean, didn't that one have like a big, like not fourth wall break, but sort of a fourth wall break?
Yeah.
Where like
I
our buddy
don't know how
Jordy
much
would
we want to
become.
go into detail because so much of it is inside jokes.
Yeah, so much of it was inside jokes. Like one of our friends was the timekeeper, and he went back in time, and then like it was like a whole thing about who came up with the idea for the Molde videos, and then like somebody dies, and then he has to go back and stop himself from doing. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, basically
the
about
second half of the film was going to be like a time travel movie.
Yeah, about halfway through the film gets quote-unquote interrupted by, you know, a disgruntled guy that we
I
stole
believe
the
he-
idea from, and then
I
it
believe
turns
the
into
disgruntled guy
timekeeper
who we
going
stole the
back in
idea-
time
the
to
id-
stop that guy and allow the film to keep going.
Yeah, I believe the idea was that he was gonna come on set
What?
and like shoot everybody or something, which I don't think we could do today, and I'm glad we didn't do.
Yeah.
but yeah,
Haha, our inside jokes are.
I mean that one wasn't an inside joke. That was just a thing we thought would be funny. But
I mean, we've already talked about how we basically predicted the Council of Ricks and the
Yeah.
whole Rick and Morty thing.
yeah, actually, that was basically what we were doing, more or less. Yeah, and that was
Rick
like
Herd and
10,
Mortis
10,
here.
10-ish
Mortis
years
Herd.
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, Molde 08, that's got to be coming up on 15 years old now.
yeah.
And that's how
Oh my
time
God.
works.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm not might, I will inevitably be older. Never mind.
Yeah.
You will be older.
Yeah, I'll be older.
Yeah.
Dude, when
I'll
I
be
first
fucking
started
older.
watching your channel, I remember your avatar or profile picture was of Bob, and it was a screenshot from Molde. So I always thought that
yeah!
Yeah.
before you did like a face reveal or something, or you probably,
Yeah.
I probably just haven't found it yet. Until like the
Yeah, some kind of
2000
video where we had
2015
faces.
or like 13 subscriber special. I always
Oh,
thought
God, yeah.
that Connor look was Bob.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I was completely
apparently a lot of
thrown
people
off.
thought that.
Yeah.
I mean, I did literally just use your picture because
Yeah.
I had no idea what to use.
Yeah, I mean, I think for a long time I had as my avatar before the avatar I currently have, I had it was something from a Retsupre. One of those it was that lady with the violin in that one fucking Flash game.
Yeah.
Yeah. She makes a weird noise and goes, "Oh!" and then holds up a violin, and I thought that was so funny that I made it my profile picture for like 7 years.
God.
I mean, that was the Flash game where it's like you were just like a random kind of third wheel at this couple's apartment where
Something-
they're having like marital problems or
Oh,
something.
facade!
So, no, it wasn't.
Oh,
It wasn't
was it
facade. It wasn't facade. It was something much less,
Interesting.
much less interesting and much worse put together than facade. Facade is like a real game. And this thing was
Well-
more like an interactive story where you just like watched these people argue.
Was it like a ripoff of Facade, or was it? Just...
I think it was just the guy didn't know how to make games.
Aw.
Yeah.
I relate to that.
No, I feel that.
Along those lines, Joaquin, you actually asked me about Insetsu Praise and why I stopped those very shortly after. And I don't know, it was just a, I don't know, quick time period thing. Like, I've never felt like, okay, I'm coming up on the end of the game. It's time for me to go to YouTube and find someone to, make fun of. Like, so I feel 99.9% that that's not going to come back.
Aw. Man, I miss making fun of people.
I've gotten even worse at planning, so like most of the time it's suddenly just like, oh shit, I'm releasing the last video of this game. Well, if I wanted to plan anything, I definitely should have done it before.
Yeah.
That's a problem for past me.
Has there ever been like a time where someone you did do an Insetsu Prey on found your video?
I don't think so. I mean,
doubt
we
it.
did like 5 of them, and that was like years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Steel Donut had a much better chance of people catching us.
Yeah. Getting
than
caught and wrangled.
Yeah. They
already happened to
fanfic
us.
To the
author,
tracks.
some fanfic author coming to my home and lassoing me
Right.
like a steer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when
That never
we were
happened.
still roommates in college, and that one fanfic author busted through the door, lassoed you, like, we were recording. You were
Yeah,
right next to me.
mid-recording.
Dragged you out. I didn't
We
do
had to,
anything. But
yeah, we had to cut that. We had to cancel that recording
Yeah.
because Matt lost his audio. But like, I went through
What
all
author
that. It
was
would have been a great goof to include on the video, but
It's fucked up.
yeah,
You know.
I ended up having to kill that guy. By the way,
Oh, okay.
yeah, to get out, I had to kill him.
Was he the guy you used as your body double in the Stap Science video?
No, there was no body double.
No,
that was
don't-
me.
yeah,
that
don't
was
be
me
weird.
actually dying in that one.
Right.
Oh, and then you got better.
And it got better.
You know what they say? Some folks are born.
Yeah, some folks
Yeah.
are born.
Some
Bob
folks are
wasn't.
born.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
that's as much of
you
the song as we can use.
Yeah, you said you have an update for us
Yes.
on Salami Lady.
So
Actually, that might need to wait a tiny bit.
Oh, never.
oh,
Sorry.
oh boy.
Because I just reached, 50,000 on the final drop point, so...
Are you sure you haven't just reached a bunch of things that you're gonna crash into?
I
Just
think I was trying to keep going, and then
When you
that
said you don't
happened.
plan
So
ahead,
fuck it.
do you mean like moment to moment?
Yeah.
you guys aren't
Okay,
watching the video.
So, the reward that you get for getting 50k on every drop
What?
point is you earn a pilot's license, and you are able to fly the helicopter
Oh,
on a mountain
Oh.
range. So now when you're waiting there to jump out, you see the new option, fly helicopter. So now you can pilot it and go wherever you want and drop it, start it, wherever you want.
oh, that's kind of cool. Does it fly like shit? It looks like it flies like shit.
Yeah, it's very basic. Just go forward,
Oh, oh.
back, turn up. I mean, it's not like you can crash. As you see, you basically hit the ground in the game. It's just like,
Okay.
stop, go no further. But yeah, it's, again, kind of cool. You could, fly around, figure out exactly where you want to
And now
drop
there's-
out from.
Now
and,
there's no pilot in that helicopter.
Yeah.
oh my god.
You
Or
were the
maybe I
pilot.
just kick the pilot over to the co-pilot seat, and then suddenly I stop and jump out, and he has to reach over and try to wrangle the helicopter back.
That sounds
thinking it's
equally
just
as
like a-
dangerous.
Yeah. Well.
Right,
Oh
I
my
mean,
God.
no consideration. But at every mountain range, there is an Easter egg,
Is that
usually at the very top.
where they crucified Jesus?
Yes.
Oh my
I mean-
god.
Yeah.
That to go. You're just gonna shimmy towards it.
I always
Yeah.
forget.
And at each of these, there's a guest book that, of course, does not work anymore.
Aw.
Or maybe it does work and nobody has ever visited this one.
I've visited one of them, so
There is an achievement for visiting all 7 on all mountain ranges, find the hidden object. And then while I'm here, just again, the only achievements I don't have are the Xbox Live ones.
Damn.
And the guest book one. But I'm sure you're going to get that, right?
Well, I
And
don't
you're
know
gonna get-
if
Are you going to get 5
I don't know
other...
if like it being the guest book not working makes the achievement not work. Or not.
Well, if the achievement doesn't work, then you need to get all the other ones so you get 47 achievements in this game.
yeah, I mean, you know what? Any of the people that are friends with me on Xbox Live, just like one of you get stoked and grind out the rest
get
of these
stoked.
achievements.
Yeah. You're going to love it. You're going to be stoked.
You see, I would help you with that, but one, I'm not friends with you on Xbox Live, and two,
And two, I'm not friends with you.
I also,
Dare you?
I also don't want to play Stoked.
Wow, I feel like you're playing Battlefield.
Honestly,
Made by
thinking about,
dummies.
thinking about it, your update to the story, Bob, might just need to wait till next episode.
Oh, the
Yeah.
suspense.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is-
tantalizing.
It's like 2 sentences.
Okay, you know what? Go ahead.
Okay. She's no longer working there. No one will tell me what happened, but they just cleared out her office while I wasn't looking, and someone else is in there.
Oh my god.
Holy
Maybe the family
shit.
cleared out her office.
I don't know.
To get the rest of her belongings.
I don't know. I just saw a bunch of boxes, and no more. They just removed her nameplate and put a different nameplate on,
Dude.
and she's
You
gone.
should start like a true crime podcast for this. This is an unfinished lead.
Oh my
So
god.
anyway, yeah, Almirante Nieto has this giant spike jump up here, which is perfect for doing an Uber trick. That's right. If you spin a ton, like I think above an 1800, or do like a 7 times or above backflip, that is actually, or front flip, that is actually a UBER flip, and there's an achievement for doing that.
You also you did a vertical drop of more than like 1,100 feet.
But also, this is why it's, as far as I know, you can't really go out of bounds or whatever. The invisible barrier is basically a dome above the central mountain. As you saw, I kept running into the dome. I'd
Going
go
a
a little
little
lower,
lower.
I could go a little further, and then also showing, no, you can't. I mean, you can stop the helicopter, like, in midair, but if you jump out, it teleports you down to start at the ground. So, no fun halo dropping out of a helicopter or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so again, we beat all the stuff on the pro checklist, and so it's time to, go up against the rider themselves.
Vola Neifeld.
Well, Nivelt. And so how this is going to work is it's going to look like, some of the media challenges where you'll have a bunch of checkpoints and a specific trick or two to do, before you go through the next one. And across the whole run, this is not a, across the whole run, you have to get more points with those tricks than the pro. So it's
like
not
a
like
pro
you need to
challenge
get
from
9,000 before that gate you see there. You need to get 9,000 total. And also, if you crash 3 times in total, your event's just over. You fail, you have to restart. And so again, it's like, you'll only get points here for a stale fish and a frontside 540. If I did a backflip stale fish, the game knows how many points of that was from the stale fish, and that's what you'd get. So, and again, because of the high amount of speed I have, it's really hard to make this look natural. But yeah, just watch.
Oh man.
It's like it's
sorry.
like the pro challenge.
Just watch.
That was sick. You killed it right there, man.
I mean,
Awesome
We're not
job.
allowed to talk now.
You can ask me questions, whatever.
How was
I've
your
got nothing
day?
to say.
Pretty good.
That's the only question I have.
How's the weather?
It actually was snowing most of yesterday into today, but that, backed off, so there is snow.
So
Good amount.
sick.
It's always good doing a, winter snowboarding game or so when it's actually snowy outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it fill your heart with glee?
I was thinking, so I said that, Invisible Barrier is a dome. Kind of like Stephen King's acclaimed book, Under the Dome.
Yes.
And I thought, like, there it's just like it happens to a small town, probably in Maine or whatever. But what if it happened to, like, a mountain? Like, and the people on it, they get, like, power can still go to it, so at first they think, like, woo, this is awesome, I could just, ski over and over and over. But then it's like, oh, shit, we can't get food delivered in, they got to survive by poaching goats off the mountainside or so. That could be
Eating
cool.
each other,
as,
let's
like
be real.
Yeah, that could be cool as do like Under the Dome, but in a more exotic or interesting location.
So
Because
you're
you think
saying-
of like you're stuck on an island and there's sea all around, but what if you were stuck on like a mountain? You know?
Yeah, what if you were stuck on a mountain and it was an extreme sports under the dome
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of thing?
That would be a great game to make in like 2002.
Yeah,
Sweet.
that'd be awesome. Or maybe like a Disney Channel movie,
Hey, follow me.
you know?
Where you
Dude,
going?
like the
Stay
secret
behind
final
me.
act of Dark
Thought we
Summit.
were riding together.
Yeah.
God.
Was that? Yeah, they set up a invisible barrier so that no one could
Geile
escape.
Sache. This was sick, Alter.
Aren't they
I
trying
almost
to get
feel like
everybody
that
to
was
leave
part
the
of it.
mountain in Dark
Where you
Summit?
going? Stay behind me.
Yes,
thought
they
we were
both
riding together.
wanted you to get off of the mountain, but then also there were
People they
You
wanted
know.
to keep. So maybe the
Yeah.
barrier
Geile
is
Sache.
one
This was
way
sick,
once you go
Alter.
through it.
Yeah, it's
Won't make
semi-permeable.
the ending part,
Yeah.
but that was pretty good.
Also, I was just remembering.
Oh,
Oh, it's this song.
we probably need to talk over. Does his goggles have eyebrows? That was
or
pretty
maybe
cool.
just he
Oh.
has
Let's do it again
sick
sometime.
eyebrows.
Yeah.
So yeah, for beating a pro, they give you a special grab. So like, Wole Nivelt gave me the 1 foot melon, and apparently ProTech was waiting for me to do their challenges, even though I never accepted them. Like I don't know, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying to make you feel guilty for what? Like,
Hanging out with Will and I felt.
yeah, like, you never said you were gonna date them, so I don't know. This is weird.
But also,
Yeah, this is a
another
sponsor
thing,
call out.
Another thing, so for beating all of the events, you can now do these sponsor callouts where you can choose a specific sponsor you want to ride for and basically spawn their, 2 challenge block. And so as you see here, again, if you saw in the Blue Tomato Customizer, there were 3 kind of, not tiers, but 3, you basically have 3 sponsors at any time. And so there you see those lists, like, I don't know, ProTech I think was in like list 1, so if someone from list 2, wants to sponsor you and you accept that, it's not like ProTech gets bumped out.
Okay.
But if someone from list 1 wants to and you accept, then ProTech does get bumped out. It's just kind of weird, because it's like accessories or body or board, but there's very loose combinations, like, sometimes an accessory or a body will give you more boards than a board sponsor would, if,
Yeah,
just
they
one of those
gotta
things.
keep their supply in check.
But there is a specific reason why I picked the 2 sponsors that I did, Dakine and Burton. And you'll see when I, pass this and go back to the Blue Tomato Customizer.
I forgot they called it the Blue Tomato Customizer.
Right.
It's so weird.
And you have to call it that,
Yeah, the Blue Tomato TM customizer.
Yeah, much like how this is Stoked Big Air Edition,
Made, sponsored by Absinthe.
I mean,
So,
it
yeah,
says
in partnership with Absinthe Films.
a Big Air Edition Stoked and
Okay, so the reason I picked these 2 is that these are the only 2 brands that give you backpacks.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, so there's this whole backpack thing, but only Burton and Dakine have backpacks. Like, yeah, one boring day, I just played around getting every sponsor and seeing what each one gives you. And, I mean, again, it's really weird. Like, there are some sponsors that only have female, character options and such, like, oh my god, I
Roxy?
suddenly can't remember. Roxy, yeah, like, you can sign with Roxy once you have the call out as a male character, but you literally get nothing from them. But if
Nice.
you're a female and you sign with them, they give you a bunch of stuff.
good.
So yeah, all that just kind of stuff. So yeah, the rest of Stoked will be going to the other mountain ranges, again, getting our pilot's license on each one, challenging the pro, getting their special trick, and we'll be going in order now. So next up is Mount Fuji, so see you then.